There's a couple for
Yeah, but
429.
you know it's Canadian dollars, so you know the Switch
Email
actually,
converted.
yeah, the Switch, you know, after taxes costs 450 over here, you know.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm trying to like flip
There's
that for like 500 or 550, you know what
there's a
I'm
couple for 429
saying?
that are 429
Oh, we
American.
live. We
Oh,
live.
hey.
What's good, people? Welcome to Press Start One-on-One. Glad to be back doing another one-on-one. Today I got Alex with me, you know, my brother from another mother.
That's
Say
right.
what up, Alex.
What's up, everybody? Glad to be here.
Yeah. And we gonna be talking about PC gaming today. We're gonna see if PC gaming is right for you, because a lot of people hit me up, right, and ask me, Kofi, should I get into PC gaming? I've been gaming on consoles my whole life, and it's actually a big transition. It's actually a big change, and I feel like PC gaming is for a certain kind of person. You kind of gotta have a certain kind of personality to get into PC gaming, you know. And we're gonna talk about this. So hopefully you guys enjoy the video. I hope this video is very informative for you guys and just helps you guys. So, you know, I just want to start off asking Alex, yo, how did you start PC gaming, bro?
So I've always been PC gaming. I did get into consoles for a little bit. Like I got into like the N64 or the PS1 and stuff like that because of games that were coming out there. But I grew up playing Doom. Doom 1 was like the first game I really played. And that was a big game to like immediately start off with, especially being so young. Then I moved to Quake. Then I got into like some console stuff because that time for PC gaming was really weird and it was moving so incredibly quick. So it got really kind of crazy. But then I came back, I'd say around the original Xbox is when I came back because I just didn't like where the consoles were headed, and I've been gaming on PC ever since.
Okay.
But not strictly.
Yeah, so you know how my story goes, like I used to be a straight console fanboy, bro, to the fullest.
Like fanboy or just like,
I was on the extreme like left side for like console. Like I didn't want nothing to do with PC gaming. I did not care about it. I have an older brother, right? And he's always telling me about how amazing PC gaming is, and you can do this, that, settings, that. Yo, I didn't want to hear it, Alex, bro. I didn't want to hear it. Shit. I was extremely on the console fanboy side. But what's it called? What made me finally get into PC gaming was when these next gen consoles dropped. This was early on. I bought my Xbox One, bought my PS4, and yes, there was a huge jump from the 360 to the PS4. The jump was pretty good. It wasn't as crazy from like the OG Xbox to PS2 to HD. It wasn't that crazy, but it was a noticeable jump. And I just wanted something more. You know what I'm saying? Because my brother always be in my ear talking like, yo, if you had the PC, yeah, this part, right? I didn't know shit about this. At that point, I didn't know anything, right? So basically I had a feeling like, yo, I wanted more, you know what I'm saying? So I started putting together my PC. Like I still remember this. I went to the store, I bought like a Game 5 motherboard because I told the guy like I want the best of the best, right? At this time, X99 is
I know that trap.
Yeah,
I know that trap.
Yo, he probably thought I was broke or something, or I don't got money or something. Like I'm like I want the best out of the best. He suggested me a Game 5 motherboard and shit. So I come home, I'm like, yo, bro, I just copped the Game 5 motherboard. And this guy's laughing at me, like my bro, like he knows all this PC stuff. He's like, yo, don't you know there's like X99 boards out and these certain, you know, like all of this shit I had no idea at the time, right? Because I was just learning about them. So I went back, obviously switched to an X99 board, and I bought my pieces slowly. My first build ended up being like, I had an X99 board, two 980s at the time. Those were like the best cards, you know, besides the Titans.
SLI 980s?
Yeah, my first rig was SLI 980s. My very
talk about like jumping right into the deep end of the pool.
Real talk,
like that wasn't even.
Yeah, I didn't start off slow. I jumped right into high end because I really wanted to see a difference, Alex. Like I really wanted to see, like, I didn't want to build a PC that was, you know, similar like the consoles. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want so I wanted to see like, yo, I want the best possible experience, ever. I don't care. I'm gonna buy my parts slowly. I want the best possible experience. So yeah, my first X99 board, my first CPU, i7 5820K. I think I put at the time I had 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM, 2400 hertz.
So you spend about $1,200.
It's Canadian money, bro. By the end I spent about $4,000. Real talk. You know what? I spent about $4,000.
Well, is that with everything that you have now, or is
no? That's my first build. My first build was almost about $4,000. I still got my receipts for everything. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Canadian dollars. So you guys.
So that was what, like?
Yeah, that same build probably would cost
2,900?
you 2,000 in the state, around 2,000 something in the States. But in Canada, it was almost $4,000. I had two 980s at the time, and I got a 1,000 power supply. No hard drives, all SSDs in my PC. So I went
SSDs. Oh Lord.
I went in because I really wanted to. So I had this beast ass PC, and I was only like gaming at 1080p. Like my first monitor was a 1080p 144 hertz monitor.
And your first monitor was 144 hertz?
Yeah, so it wasn't until later that I got a 1440p G-Sync 144 hertz. Then I really seen the beauty of this shit. But it was crazy. When I first jumped into PC gaming, Alex, man, when I tell you that what blew me away was me playing old-ass games. I know that sounds crazy, right?
No,
The first PC game that I played was Mirror's Edge. That was my first Steam game I bought, the original Mirror's Edge. And Alex, when I tell you that game looked mind blasted to me, I was like, yo, what the fuck, bro? Why does this game look so good? Why is it running so freaking amazing?
You're running at like 200 frames a second.
Yeah, I was blown away. I was honestly blown away how old ass game was looking and running. And at that time, I think Mirror's Edge actually has like NVIDIA physics too. So I was doing like a whole bunch of things that the 360 and the PS3 wasn't doing. So I was honestly blown away, and right there I fell in love with like PC gaming right there, man. Like I fell in love. But unlike you, I think you are more of a conscience when you're buying your PC. You know what I'm saying? I jumped right into the deep end. I was definitely like on my gold chain gamer vibe.
So I'm someone that looks for what's called so for work I do a lot of sales and I do a lot of revenue management. So I like to look at things like, what am I going to buy and what is the best return on investment that I'm going to get for it? Because a lot of PC gaming, it's a lot of glitz and glamour, even though it's PC gaming parts, but they try to market it to you as quickly as possible about this is the best card for the best thing. It's the best, it's the best, it's the best. Until 8 months later, you're paying the same price for a card that is a minimal upgrade to the card you paid before. And then the card you paid before for that crazy price is now $300 cheaper. So a lot of stuff like you dance on a razor's edge when you're doing PC gaming, and I think that's what scares a lot of people. So they'll say, if I want the best of the best, but it's going to be outdated in 6 to 8 months, why am I going to buy that? Well, the reason why you're not going to buy the most expensive thing is because the return on investment you're going to get, like the amount of technological power that you're going to get out of that either GPU, CPU that is top of the line compared to the one below it for what you pay for is not equal, or it doesn't benefit you in the long run. So I try to look at it as, okay, if I'm going to spend $800 on a PC, $600 on a PC, what are the parts that I can get that are the best for that price that'll give me the best bang for my buck is how I like to price things out. Because I could go and get a 1080 Ti and SLI it and do all this shit, but unless like that's my thing, then I'm not going to do it. I mean, I've got a 1080p 144 hertz monitor, and the only thing I want is more frame rate. Resolution to me is important, yes, but to me it's frame rate over everything. So I say, okay, what are the parts that I need to get 144 frames a second? Like that's where I'm going to go. And that's why I got a 1070 and not a 1080 because I'm not running 4K, right?
Yeah.
So like that's what I look for is like, what am I going to do? What am I going to pay? And then what is the best thing for what I'm paying for? So it's more of like a logical kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I think people tend to fall into the trap that you fell. I'm not saying that you did something dumb. I'm saying people like to say, okay, look, if I'm going to build a fucking PC, I'm going to go fucking crazy and build a PC. And, because they feel like they want to see that difference that you wanted to see. But my thing is you don't need to spend all that money to see a difference. You can see a difference just getting 60 FPS. I mean, we're seeing it now with the consoles now. Just going from 30 to 60 in Assassin's Creed Origins is a difference.
Yeah.
You know, that's a big thing. So I think that's where I kind of lie.
Yeah, like, yeah, for me personally, like I just came to the point that like I wanted, when I first started, I wanted max settings everything. You know what I'm saying? That was actually my goal. Like my goal in building my PC was to get max settings everything, 60 frames, you know, just the best. I wanted the best experience. And I was learning as I was going while I was building the PC together, and I was learning the whole terminology and everything. I was learning as I go, and I was actually very happy with what I have. So
no, you had an amazing computer, and you still have a great computer now.
Yeah. So the thing is, definitely look, if you want the best of the best, it's gonna cost you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna cost you. It ain't cheap. A lot of people feel like, especially, you know, with the announcement of the Xbox One X, that like that's the console that's gonna do the best. You know what I'm saying? But people who have been playing around with PC hardware this whole time knew that, like, you know, the console is gonna have shortcomings because,
of course, yeah,
you know, there's $1,000 cards. Like my GPU is $1,000 right now. My 1080 Ti over here cost me $1,000, right? So there's GPUs like that cost $1,000 that struggle to hit native 4K max settings. So it's kind of crazy to think like a console would do that. So people with, you know, PC experience like knew that it was just a pipe dream, you know, and Microsoft was just, you know, blowing people smoke with the whole true 4K thing and stuff. And
that was kind of shitty on their part, to be honest.
But you know,
it's
a whole marketing strategy, and they know that people do not know better. So it is what it is. Their whole goal was trying to dismiss the PS4's, you know, capabilities by calling it fake 4K and, you know, labeling theirs true 4K. So you already know how it goes. So it was just a whole marketing strategy, but in reality, both of them are pretty much the damn same. You know what I'm saying? They're both not going to perform.
They're running the same GPU basically, except the Xbox One X is just
definitely better
scaled version. It's better.
It's definitely better. There's no question.
It's definitely better. I'm not going to say that they're identical, but they're basically just the Xbox One X is an RX 480. Same with the PS4 Pro. It's an RX 480. It's downclocked for the PS4. It's upclocked for the X1 X. That's basically if you want to like get a PC the same, it's the same thing. That's the GPU you're going to buy, or a 1066 gigabyte.
Yeah. All right. So let's talk about the pros and cons, and people in the chat. We're gonna have a section where you guys can ask our questions, because me and Alex have, you know, some experience with PC gaming now. We'll try to help you guys if you guys want to know something, if you're looking to get into PC gaming and all of that stuff. So we'll try our best to answer your questions. So Alex, pros. Let's start off with the pros. Let's list some pros about PC gaming.
Frame rate.
Okay.
That's the first thing I'm gonna say.
I wouldn't even really say frame rate. I would say more of like customization. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's really the biggest thing. You have, even on really bad ports that are to PC, you can still customize that setting, that game, either in the INI files, either through community patch mods, or something that someone smarter than anybody else that you've never met has come up with or been able to fix on their own. There's so many PC games like Dark Souls, you know, and stuff like that, where the community has fixed the issues in less than 24 hours with their own patch.
That's what's really nice. You know,
so it's amazing to see stuff like that happen. Even though if you get a bad port, there's somebody out there that's had that same problem that you had.
You don't have to wait for the developer. That's a good point that you bring up.
Yeah. So you don't have to wait for the developer. Patches come out way faster than everything else. The full customization, I want to dispel like this lie that everyone throws around, especially people that haven't like been into PC gaming. You don't upgrade every year. You don't. It's very rare.
You definitely don't need to upgrade every year. Some console gamers, you know, throw that out like to kind of smash PC gaming, that you have to buy a GPU every single year. No, you don't. You don't really have to. Only like real enthusiasts do, like, because they just want the latest and greatest. But you could rock the same old ass, you know, graphics card for the longest time. I've seen people. Look at Black Bomb, bro. This guy's rocking. What CPU is he rocking?
He has a 560 Ti.
some old ass
Or no, is it 9?
No.
Is it a 970?
No, I think he upgraded his graphics card, but like I think his CPU. His CPU is like some old ass CPU that he's always talking.
So he has, I think he has an i5 2500K.
Yeah, some old,
So
but he's
I have an i7 2600K. So I have the same CPU he has from the same year. I just have the one version above his. Yeah. And I'm still getting 145, 200 frames a second.
And he could play all current games. So that's definitely false. People just like to kind of throw shade at PC gaming, like, oh, you got to buy new parts every year. Some people do. Like, I'm one of those guys that I'm a little bit of a gold chain gamer, guys. I'm a little bit, So when I see a new GPU and I see them benchmarks and, I like the latest and greatest, I might have to, maybe get rid of my current card and go for the better one. But you don't really need to do that. You actually waste more money than that. That's, kind of a personal problem. But, you could rock with the same GPU for a long time because obviously you guys know that, PC gaming has minimum specs and recommended specs. So I'm sure people who's rocking like a 970 right now are chilling still. They still could play.
I had a 780 games. for till like last month, remember?
Yeah.
So I had a 6-year-old GPU, and I was playing The Witcher on Ultra without Hairworks at 60 FPS. Yeah. So I don't know what everybody was saying, like, oh, you need a fucking 1080. I was like, no, you don't. I'm doing just fine. I played Doom at like 60 to 80 FPS on Ultra and high. Mm-hmm. So it's like, like, what do you, like, at some point, that money you're spending is not going to be relevant to what you're seeing. And that's kind of like where I fall.
Yeah.
So you don't have to upgrade every year. That's a total, maybe every 5 to 6 years, especially now, maybe even longer now, because the new consoles aren't even close to what we have right now.
Yeah. They're already outdated. Once Scorpio drops is out, or Xbox One X drops, it's already outdated.
Yeah, it doesn't even
match. It doesn't even match like the high end graphics cards that's out right now. Not even close. Not even close. Jesus Christ! Like a 1080 Ti right now. Oh my God.
I mean, we'll see that hardware happen in consoles eventually. Maybe in like another 5 to 8 years, probably.
Definitely. But where would PC gaming be at that point?
Oh, it'll just be. We'll be doing. I think by that time we'll probably be looking at 4K 4K at 144.
Yeah, easy. That would probably be doing that easy. Probably doing 5K monitors at a point by the time fucking consoles get like a GPU equivalent to the 1080 Ti.
Well, the biggest problem that they have is that they have to put everything on one board.
Yeah.
Right. We can say, okay, here's the motherboard, here's a CPU, here's a completely dedicated device just for the GPU. Like this is all you're gonna do. Mm-hmm. So it becomes like this whole like they have. I mean, I'm very impressed with what they did with the Scorpio, where they put everything into a chip that's this freaking big, but still, it's one chip that's this freaking big. So what are you gonna do?
All right. So other pros. So we definitely got customization. You could play how you want. Community.
The games.
Yeah. Community also fixes things, which is nice. We gotta throw mods too, right?
Look at I was gonna say the mods. Like Fallout 4 was a terrible game for me. I thought it was a horrible game when I played it because I preferred Fallout 4 or Fallout to be more of an RPG rather than just almost like a Call of Duty skin with light RPG elements. But seeing all the mods that you can add to it, the survival modes, everything attached to it, all this stuff you can add for free that doesn't cost you a dime. That people just built for the love of the game, increased textures, better resolution.
Low-key, I'm gonna say this. I actually think the PC community is probably like the best community for the PC gaming community. You know what I'm saying? I actually think so. Better than any console community because of all the support that they do. You know what I'm saying? Like they're really in there doing their thing, like fixing. And whenever there's a problem, I notice on PC. They're very vocal on getting shit fixed. Like, have you seen the things that's going on with GTA 5?
Oh goodness!
Right now,
yeah, that's Take Two. Is it 2K or Take Two? I forgot. Take Two.
Yeah, Take Two, I believe.
Right? Take Two. They don't know who they're fucking with.
Because they took away
mod support.
Yeah, they took away like that mod support. What's it called? Open? Is it Open something?
Open 4.
Yeah. They took away that. Now PC gamers are going absolutely crazy.
I mean, people were shitting on Rockstar from the beginning with the Steam sale when they were making the game $60, but they were including shark cards with the game. Yeah. So you could spend that money online. So they were still charging you $60 for the game, but they gave you fake currency as sort of like, here's this thing that you get. Here's a bonus. So like you won't spend the boat. Well, in reality, you're still spending $60 on a game for fake currency.
Yeah.
So that I think that's really why they stopped the mod support, is because they wanted to hit your pocket more than they wanted you to actually have fun.
Yeah, yes, because they already know that, you know, people are actually creating some dope shit and they want you to buy the DLC that they're dropping. You know what I'm saying? So probably that's why they took it. And the PC community has been very, you know, very vocal about it. And, you know,
I'd say there's some of the best and the worst people you could ever get.
Yeah, they definitely could get, PC gamers definitely could get, you know, really annoying. Definitely. They definitely can, you know.
Yeah.
They always got to jump in and be like, I'm better than you to the console guys, and the console guys.
Well, I think what happens is a lot of PC people say, stay in your lane, right? When you got somebody like Kid Smooth talking some foolishness about about 4K and all this stuff, and you're like, okay, look, if you're gonna start coming at me with this power talk, then we're going to talk about real hardware. And then he's like, well, I wasn't talking about hardware. You just were a minute ago. You know what's crazy, now you don't want to talk about it, but the second I show up with the problem.
You know what's crazy? Not even just, like, I don't want to even feel like I'm picking on, like, Xbox games. But they're just recently, they've been, you know, we got to charge them with the crime. They've been comparing Xbox One X with PC gaming. They'll be like, the Xbox One X, guys, is equivalent to 1070, or it outperforms a 1070. Say some crazy shit like that, or matches a 1080, right? Then when a PC gamer jumps in and kind of shits on them, right? Then they'll be like, why are you comparing PC gaming to console gaming? I'm like, what?
No, the argument becomes it's about the games.
Nah, it doesn't even begin that. Now it starts to switch up about price. Like, now it starts to switch up about price and all this other bullshit. Like,
yeah, well, I'm paying $500, okay? And you're it's still the same.
People are saying some wild shit. Like, people are saying like, yo, a PC, like an Xbox One X is equivalent to a $1,500 PC. Look, if you're spending $1,500 on a PC, you're not playing nothing at 30 frames per second. That's a fact. I don't know anyone who spends that kind of money on a PC, $1,500 US, and plays at 30 frames per second on anything.
No, there's no one.
No one.
Maybe if they're using like DSR factors and they're like upping the resolution by like 6 times, maybe.
No one who spends that kind of cash on a PC is playing at 30 frames, bro. No,
I don't think so. No.
Yeah. So pros, mod support, you know, customization. You could play how you want. You know, you could prioritize. Can't talk. Frame rate or resolution, which is very nice, and to give you the choice. What else pros?
So I'm gonna say games that you've never played before, and games that you've never thought you'd really give a try.
Low key PC exclusives trash though. low key PC exclusives.
Excuse me? No, they're just not the same. The thing is, they're just not the same over-marketed third-person action adventure game with stealth elements, because that's really all you get, right? Because every single game that we show, so Uncharted, Days Gone.
All right, Alex, but every PC game is some point-and-click MOBA or some bullshit like that too. That I'm personally not interested in too.
So that's the thing. Like, are you not interested in it because of what it looks like, or because the thing is this? Let's be real. Dota and CS:GO are the top 2 played games on Steam.
Man. I hate Counter-Strike.
So you hate Counter-Strike? Why?
Because it's shit. It looks like shit. It plays like shit, bro. Fuck Counter-Strike, man.
But see, you say that, right, until you learn how to play that game.
I tried it, though. I don't like it.
So like Counter-Strike Go and Dota, I think, have some of the highest skill ceilings and the highest barrier to entries that you're going to find in any game, period. Like, there are no games like those 2 games, especially those.
No, but if I had to pick for like console exclusives or PC exclusives, I'm 100% on console exclusives. I'm sorry.
I mean, when you're looking at things like,
without a question, I'm on console exclusives.
You got the Stalker series, which is basically if Fallout was in Russia, and you actually had way better mechanics, and you actually had a gun that knew how to like shoot correctly, like a real life gun.
Every casual hates
every casual hates that. But you know what? If you want like a really intense atmospheric game that's incredibly terrifying, the Stalker series is one of them. You've got City Skylines if you want your city builders. You've got the original Witcher, which is a great game. You've got a ton. You have a lot of games that people just do not want to try. You've got a game like Devil Daggers, which is this insane fucking game. It looks like Quake 1 but it's just this insane monster demon thing that you're just running around in a circle trying to
everybody's calling me a casual because I don't like Counter-Strike.
Yeah, you're getting called out, dude. You're getting called out.
Counter-Strike Go is trash.
Oh, you're such a casual. Can we call him a casual? Please call him a casual in the chat. That's what he is a casual.
All right, yeah, dog.
I mean, you've got a lot of really old games like Gothic, Blackguards. You've got all these really phenomenal games, the original Deus Ex. You've got Divinity Original Sin, which finally came to consoles, which is awesome because it's a great game. Pillars of Eternity, which now got announced for consoles too. But see, like, for me, if I see a PC exclusive go to consoles, I'm not mad. I get happy. I get stoked. These are great games that everybody gets to play now because what I want is everybody to experience these games. If I get people to play Divinity Original Sin and Pillars of Eternity, that's dope because those are awesome fucking CRPGs that you couldn't play before because you needed a mouse and keyboard. So that's, to me, that's awesome. You know, like just Eve Divine, you know, I Divine Cybermancy, Fallout Tactics, the Gothic series, like I said before, Gunpoint, hell yeah, the original Hitman games, Icewind Dale, Baldur's Gate. I mean, Labyrinthia, the last Remnants on a console too. But I mean, like,
like the only PC exclusives that I could think of that I actually really like is like Ages 2. Like that's like my favorite. Ages of Empire 2. I like the Sims series. They're definitely gonna come for that shit.
But everybody likes
the Sims, bro.
Everybody likes the games, right? You play what you want, right? I mean, right now the top game played is PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, and the fact that it's going to come to consoles.
I want to try that game out.
That's a game that we should do like as a press start play. So we have the press start team plays against everybody else, and you got to come get us because that's it's 50 people or 100 people. You know, throw in Weapon Wheel in that too. That'll be fun. Maybe grab Fame 2K's team. We'll play with them too. Just all together.
How much players can hop in on the battleground?
I think it's 50 to 100 people in one map. So we can say we can make our own.
I definitely want to try it out. We can make a
press start squad. You can make your Weapon Wheel squad, and then we'll just go right. And then it's be fun if to see if the viewers can come and kill us. You know, like something like that. That's fun. And I love the fact that it's coming to consoles. I wish it would run at 60 FPS.
You think is it crossplay or you don't know? It's only coming to Microsoft's console apparently.
So with that article, I don't think that article's true. But I wouldn't start spouting that out because who knows what'll happen. I really hope it comes to PS4 as well because I want everybody to play that game. It is a phenomenally fun game and it is really great to play. And it's a very tense game and you get a lot of like really great stuff out of it. So for me, I don't get mad if an exclusive comes to console. I get happy because that means there's gonna be people that have never played it that I get to talk to about, no matter what system they're playing it on, and that's awesome to me.
Yeah. All right. What else? Are the pros? I'll say the prices of games.
Steam sale's out tomorrow. Steam sale tomorrow, and people downplay it, right? People downplay a Steam sale like, oh, it's not as good as it was last year. It's not as good as the year before. It used to be better. Look.
You know why your first couple is always amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like your first couple hop on PC gaming is always amazing. After you ball out for your first couple of summer sales, then obviously it loses a little bit more impact. But I'm definitely looking forward to the summer sale. Probably gonna pick up a few new games myself.
Yeah, I definitely. So right now on my personal wish list, let me see if I can pull my wish list up just on Steam alone. There are 70 games I want to buy.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And I sort them by price. So I'm not going to pay more than $10 or $15 for a game.
Yeah. So it's definitely not only just, what's it called? Steam sales in general. You also could use other websites like Green Man Gaming.
Yeah.
Brand new games. You get them for really, really great prices. If you reside in Canada like me, brand new games cost $79.99 here now. So that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. You know,
that's a lot of money.
So I'm glad that I did jump into PC gaming when I did, because Tekken, I got it for like $45. You know what I'm saying?
And that's day one.
Worth it. And I got it day one for $45.
And the thing is, you can't make this argument like, well, you're not supporting a developer if you're not buying a $60. Well, the thing is, those keys were given to those sellers, and they were told to sell at that price by the publisher. So the publisher already paid the devs. They've got their money. They're good to go. The publisher is saying it's okay to charge this price for this because you're selling it on this platform and you bought it for this price. So they're setting that price. It's fine. Like, you're still supporting the devs if you're buying a copy of the game, no matter what price you buy it at. as long as you buy it from a legitimate site.
Yeah, not her G2A is not really a good site. They use
G2A is sort of like an eBay for that, right?
Yeah.
And you never know if you're going to get like a scammed key or a key with a stolen credit card. And then they racketeer you because they say, well, pay us the $5 a month and we'll guarantee that the key isn't a fake card, when they should be doing that in the first place.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
You know, that's
so
why
I actually really don't use G2A if I'm buying the keys from CD Keys or Green Man Gaming. Besides that, I just buy from there or Steam. I just wait for Steam.
That Steam sale is going to be great. And you know, the really nice thing is, let's say you buy a game, even if you buy the game $60, right? You're like, I can't wait for this to go on sale. Like Nier Automata is a phenomenal game that everybody should play. I'm waiting for it to go on sale, but you buy that game, you plug it in, let's say you turn it on. Now, this is a recent addition to Steam that it wasn't having before until like a couple of years ago. But let's say you boot that game and your PC crashes, can't run it, fucks up, whatever. You can return the game.
That's amazing.
Digitally return the game.
That's another
get your
pro.
$60 back.
That's another pro. Any game that you buy off Steam,
any game
that you buy, you can refund it. That's pretty damn awesome. It gives you like a 5-hour playtime.
I think it's 2 hours.
Oh, it's 2. Oh, okay. Are you sure? Are you sure?
Yeah, it's 2 hours.
Because I remember playing No Man's Sky, and I think after I was trying to keep it under 5 hours, so I could get a refund. I'm pretty sure it's 5 hours.
I think it's 5. Yeah,
I think it's 5. I'm pretty damn sure it's 5 hours. Someone in the chat will probably correct me.
Probably, yeah.
If I'm wrong.
I mean, I haven't really returned any games.
Pretty sure it's 5 hours.
What I do is I just wait for the sale to buy them really cheap. So even if it's bad, I'll still play it, right? Because I got it for a couple bucks. But I mean, if you bought a game that you're not happy with or doesn't work, and you haven't like put in more than 5 hours into it, just return it.
Yeah, you can return it.
You get your money back. Like,
that's
you can't
amazing.
do that on the Microsoft store. You can't do that on the Sony store.
Oh, definitely not Sony. Those niggas. Oh,
they're gonna keep your money.
Cheap.
You know? So it's like
jump through loops if you want to return from a refund from Sony, bro. Out of all people, I think Microsoft is a little bit better, but with Sony, man, if you want a refund, good luck. You got.
Oh, it's a horrible experience. It's terrible.
Definitely.
So I mean, like, so you've got refund. You've got the ability to refund digital games. You can do all this great stuff with the community, with mods, with PC exclusives, with customizing the game. And I want to throw one thing in that people really tend to overlook, and that's emulators. Okay. Emulators are freaking amazing because I'm able to play SNES, NES, Sega Genesis, Dreamcast, PS1, PS2. They even have a PS3 emulator in the works right now, and Wii U and GameCube and Wii, all in one box. And then what I do is I have hard drives dedicated to just emulated games and emulators, and I have a Steam Link. So in the living room on my TV, I take my Steam controller and my Steam Link. It wirelessly transmits all the data from my PC into my TV in the living room, so I can have a pure console experience if I want to.
Yeah. Right now, that's how I'm actually currently set up. I actually got my PC hooked up to my TV. Yeah. A lot of people, you know, ignorant people, when they talk about PC gaming, they be like, "Oh, I don't want to hunch my back." So
right, yeah, you want to get like this thing going.
Come on, you know what I'm saying? Like right now, I got an HDMI running from my PC that's right here, hooked up to my 4K TV. You know, I got my keyboard. All I do is move my mouse. I could put it in Steam big picture, but I usually don't. Use my mouse, click it, grab my Xbox One controller, and just play my game. You know what I'm saying? Just like a console experience. I
got to show you this. I think you've seen it before. So if you don't have a Steam controller, this thing is great.
Oh my God, that thing looks horrible, bro.
Bro, I'm telling you, this is probably one of the best controllers I've ever used.
You might be hyping, bro. You might be hyping.
No, I'm serious. So the really great thing is, you know how like if you ever played with like a console shooter or anything like that, you turn, and from going from mouse and keyboard to controller, and your turn radius is really slow, right?
Yeah.
So this entire trackpad can be your mouse. So you just plug this into your PC.
Yeah, I don't know if people in the chat messing with that controller, bro.
I swear, dude. I swear. See, people look at it and they go, "That's the ugliest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life."
Controller trash, low key. Yo, high key controller is trash, bro.
Yo, it's got double buttons on the back. It's got the 2 paddles on the back. It's got dual stage triggers. Trash. It's got the shoulder buttons. It even has gyro.
Nah, that shit do not look comfortable at all.
Look, it's fine. Look, see, just like that. Just like that.
Nah, man, I don't think I can rock with that, man. I'm sorry, bro.
Just like that. I'm gonna get you one. I'm gonna get you. Watch when you play it, you're gonna be like, all right, it has to be one of the ugliest controllers I've ever used, but when you fucking figure it out, it's a damn good controller.
I don't know about that. I don't know about all of that.
See, Jeremy looks bad but plays great. See, it's kind of like, you know what it's like.
I would try, but I don't know, yo. I might have to buy it at like Best Buy so I can return that bullshit right after I use it.
So it's kind of like being with a big girl. You know what I mean? You don't want your friends to see you do it, but it's fun.
Yeah. So yo, what else are the pros? So let's actually kind of summarize what we said so far.
Yeah.
Mods, customization, being able to pick settings, prioritize resolution, frame rate. What else, Alex, did we say? Prices on games, very good.
Game refunds.
Game refunds is great on Steam. What else?
Emulators was another one.
Emulators, you could play old classics. You could download Game Boy, Genesis.
I can even plug this into my PC. My Switch controller works on my.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's a good point that you bring up. Like it's very like the PC platform is very universal.
Super universal. I can buy
that's a good word to use.
$4 adapter that will take my PS2 controller and plug it into my PC and it'll work.
Yeah, you even could buy an adapter for N64 controls. I actually seen
N64, so you can do SNES, you can do any controller you have at home. If you have a bunch of old consoles and you have emulators, you're like, I want to play this game with this specific controller because that's what I want to play it with. There's like a $2 or $3 USB adapter. You plug it into the adapter, you plug the adapter in your PC, and you're good to go. So you got every single controller can work with your PC, and every single game can run on there too. Like old and new. It's so universal. You can make it whatever you want.
Yeah, that's a great positive about the PC platform. You could be playing with your bro. If you have a bro, say if you have an Xbox, right, and you only have one controller, you got a PS4, you only got one controller, just like my current situation, you actually could be playing the same game. Like I could hook up my Xbox, I have my PS4, one could use, you can use whatever that's available to you. That's what's kind of crazy. Shit, like if you got a Wii remote, you could Bluetooth it to your PC and use it.
Yes, you actually can use your Wii remote. Yeah,
you can use anything. So that's one crazy thing about the PC platform. It's very universal like that. Very universal. Any other pros that we can think of? I feel like I'm missing something when it comes to pros. Do we feel like, I think we covered like the big stuff. Like
we covered like the big stuff too.
All right, so if we think of anything, we'll just jump back and mention it. But let's talk about the negatives, because look, I feel like a lot of PC gamers tell you what's
all this great stuff
about PC, but they never mention you the bullshit. And guys, I'm telling you, PC gaming comes with a lot of bullshit. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. A lot of people, PC Master Race guys won't admit it. They only tell you the good things, but I'm gonna tell you straight up, PC gaming does come with a lot of bullshit as well. And let's talk about it, Alex. So let's talk about games. Let's talk about games. Look, PC is the only platform where I've ever bought a brand new game, fam. A brand spanking new game. Then honestly, download it, press play, and the shit will not work. And not just work. The PC platform is the only time that's ever happened to me. Never happened to me on consoles before. Yes, with the old school, you got to blow the cartridge, pop it in, flick it on, and it works. But PC is the only platform that I've purchased a brand new game and fucking start it up, and the shit just will not work. And I have to go and look for a fix. You got to be prepared for this, because if you're jumping into PC gaming, this shit's a little bit common. It happens. Am I lying, Alex?
So with that, there are a lot of times where you're just going to get a really bad port. And what you're going to see from a lot of PC gamers, the first thing they're going to ever tell you is, I'm going to add the little clap emojis, right? So I'm going to say, never buy day one.
Nah, but sometimes you just got to, bro.
And that's you don't have to. See, that's that console mentality they got you with Kofi. You'd never have to buy day one. Right, you always want to wait. But even then, on consoles, they still have those.
Not really a console mentality. It's more of a I just really want this game.
You want to be what's called part of the zeitgeist. You want to be part of that conversation that everybody's having, right? And
I get that. Not really. It's just sometimes the game is fire. Like when I look at Dragon Ball Fighter Z, am I buying it day one because people are talking about it, or do I actually buy it day one because it looks like a great fucking game, bro? You know what I'm saying? Or does that game look fantastic? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So with that, there's. If especially now. Like we didn't have that option to back then, but you get a game that doesn't launch, that it just comes to you broken, return it. Just get your money back, right? Yeah. We didn't have that option. Like before, I could see that as a definite con because we didn't have the ability to return digital goods. Now that happens. I mean, it sucks that it happens. Absolutely. It is an issue that happens. But at the same token, you are protected as a consumer and you can return that game. You can say, fuck you. I'm getting my money back. You're a piece of shit. And I'll wait till that game is fixed. And then on sale, then I'll buy it. You know,
I still see that as a con because sometimes you be excited as shit for a game. You buy it, you install it, then you start it up. And you're having a whole bunch of problems. It happens. Definitely.
Can I interrupt you real quick? So I'm getting asked about my headphones.
All right, yo. We'll see. What's the chat say?
These are Sennheisers. They're HD 598s. They are open back, so they're not going to close off everything out. They have really good treble, medium bass.
Look at this guy. Plugging in a headphone ad.
I got them on sale on Black Friday for $60 on Amazon.
Yo, like is the sponsor paying you, bro?
No sponsor. No sponsor. But
shout out to the chat. Shout out to the 78 people watching. Yeah, I see you guys' comments. I see your comments. You guys got any questions? I'm definitely gonna answer them later. Yeah, so where were we? Yeah, we were talking about buying games brand new, and those shit don't fucking work sometimes.
Yeah, bro. It sucks. It's a definite thing that does happen. If you're really adamant about playing that game that day, I guarantee you there will be a community of people that are very vocal, just like you. Just as pissed or trying to find a fix. That is a problem with a lot of PC games, though. Like there are games that are just badly programmed, badly coded, and badly ported, and they don't get fixed until much later, right? And that becomes a problem. But like I said before, with that, just return that fucking game.
You can refund. So that's where one of the pros come in. You can return anything. You know what I'm saying? Especially off Steam like that. Also negative. You got a deal.
DRM.
DRM, all right.
Can I say I'm going to say DRM. Denuvo is a piece of shit. I personally don't buy any Denuvo game until they remove it. And usually what happens is now, it used to be like this uncrackable thing where nobody could crack it because of piracy. But it gets cracked in about 3 days now. And the contracts usually state that if the game is cracked within a certain amount of time, then the developer, publisher, or Denuvo just removes it from the system outright. So I don't personally buy any game that has Denuvo because I am very against anti-piracy kind of things, especially when I'm using a system like Steam, which is a DRM that I have accepted, to then for you to add another layer of DRM because the publisher doesn't or developer doesn't feel it's enough.
Yeah,
I've already purchased your game legally. I don't need to be double fucked by you, right? That's my kind of thing.
So with Steam though, don't Steam got a good policy for when they close down, all your games will be available for download if that ever happens?
So with Steam, what happens is whenever you buy a game and if you download the game, you actually keep the install file and the executable file. So none of that stuff is ever kept in their cloud. The only thing that's kept in their cloud is like your saves, and you can even download those too. So if Steam ever goes down or they ever go away, what'll happen is it'll be in perpetual offline mode, and the only thing that you'll lose are games that you'll be playing through VAC servers. So VAC is VAC, so like Counter-Strike Go, Dota 2, those kinds of games that use, or Team Fortress 2, those games won't be available because those servers will be down. But everything else you'll still have because you still have those install files, you still have those executables. And if you even want to be like even more like tinfoil hat crazy about it, you do own the game. You could just find the crack for that game and just keep it in a folder and say, okay, if Steam fucks up, I have the crack for it. I don't need Steam. I can just launch the game whenever I want. So that is a more morally gray area, though, about that, right? So that depends on what your morals are. I have no morals, so I'm going to get the crack because I bought the fucking game.
yeah. I rate that. What else? You got to deal with,
there are some games that are always online. Problems, I'm sorry, go ahead.
You got to deal with operating problems sometimes. That's a really annoying.
What do you mean by operating? Like
operating system problems. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, let me give you an example.
Okay, shoot.
I turned off. Look, I was playing games on my PC. I'm done for the day. I turned it off. Right? I turned off my PC. I was playing with a DualShock 4, I believe. Or actually, no, it wasn't. I think a USB was plugged in. A USB was plugged into my hardware, right? And I tried turning on my PC. After I shut it off, it would not turn back on. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is up with this? And guess what? When I unplugged the USB, then the shit would turn on. Like it was so simple, but it took me forever. I'm like, yo, what the hell's wrong with my PC? What the hell's wrong with my PC? So you run into little quirky, little problems sometimes on PC like that.
It's definitely something for people that like to like fiddle, right, and like kind of like figure stuff out. Yeah. It's gotten, excuse me, to be much better. Like Windows 10 is a much better experience for newer users, not so much for power users like you or I. But I will say that, like, I don't get blue screens anymore. Like, that's a thing of the past. I don't really have crashes anymore unless like I'm looking at some really bad websites. I don't really have any major issues anymore. I mean, I even turned off my firewall. I turned off my modem's firewall. I plug into the raw dog motherfucking Ethernet. You know, I'm fucking raw dogging that thing. I don't give a shit.
Why do these dudes on YouTube blow these PC problems out of proportion? See, these that's what I'm talking about, bro. No one wants to really talk about the issues. And there is issues. Don't let niggas try to fake you, bro. There is issues that
it's not that there are issues, but the thing is, there's
trying to make it seem like it's this perfect platform. Like, yo, I've been gaming on PC long enough to tell you straight up, there's fucking issues with it at times. But
I think there's problems with every platform. But I think the difference is that when you're on PC, there's always someone that has that same problem that you've had, and there is a way to fix it, right? There's never like a whole like just throw it in the trash or send it back to Xbox or send it back to Sony, right? There's always someone that had that same issue, and you can fix it.
Yo, Alex, you have never bought a game, right, on Steam or anything, and you had a problem and you had to go search on the web for an IME file. That you never had to do that? You never had to do that.
All right, I'm going to tell you right now. Out of let me see how many games I have on Steam. I have 488 games on Steam. Out of the 488 games, I've had that issue with 2.
All right, yo, let me pull up my Steam. I actually have a section of games that just don't work. Actually, I have about 200 and some games. I cannot get I can't get GTA 4 running. Okay. I remember with Max Payne 2, you know, it was having a really bad audio glitch. I had to go and look for a file.
Let's talk about that right there. Can I interrupt you?
Go ahead.
So with the games like Max Payne 2, games like Quake 1, games like Quake 2, a lot of those games had audio on the actual CD. And they never gave the actual audio from the CD because of licensing issues to the actual online digital purchase game. So for those games, you actually have to find someone that has the audio on like a forum. And there's going to be a patch on the discussion forums for those games. You can download that and the game will run. So like shit like that is what's really the weird part of PC gaming. When you start getting like older games and stuff like the really weird shit that happens. But like I said, that happens to a lot of people. And there are ways around it. Question for you though. Are you using MSI Afterburner?
Oh yes, I do have that on my PC. Yes.
So a good trick that people don't really know. What usually happens is when you get MSI Afterburner, you get this thing called the Riva Statistics Tuner, and you know how it shows you like your on-screen display. You have your frame rate, your CPU usage.
Yep.
So if you have a game that like for me, Final Fantasy 13 was one of those games that did not run. It did not.
That game keeps crashing for me. Good thing you brought it up. That game keeps crashing for me too.
So you're gonna get really pissed, right? So open Riva Statistics Tuner. You see where it says like on-screen show on-screen display on, and then right below that to the right says application detection level.
Yeah.
So you see where it says like yours should be like mine's clicked for low. You see that? So click none.
Are you walking me through this?
Yeah. Click none.
Wait, hold on. Start all over. I thought you were just explaining it.
No. I'm seriously walking you through it.
Okay, so sorry. All right, you walk me through that shit later, bro. So what are you trying to get to though?
So the thing is, Riva Statistics Tuner has a hook, right? They're called API hooks, and they hook into the game to tell you what the frame rate is.
Yeah.
Certain games like Final Fantasy 13 don't like those hooks. So as long as you just turn off the on-screen display, the game will run just fine.
Yeah. See,
and that's it.
Look, you just explained it, right?
Yeah.
But that's a thing that console gamers do not have to deal with. You understand?
Exactly. Yeah.
Right?
No, you're totally right. That is they wouldn't think maybe it's this.
Yeah. Look, sometimes these problems are quick fixes. but you guys got to take into consideration that, like, with console gaming, you don't really have to deal with this at all. And some people are not willing to deal with this at all. Look at Solid Rev. You look at someone like Solid Rev. So you kind of got a kind of personality.
I love my boy Rev.
You gotta kind of have a certain kind of personality to deal with PC gaming. Like, you gotta be patient with your shit. You gotta have that kind of look, because if finding fixes is a problem for you, then you're not gonna enjoy yourself on the platform. It is what it is. It's true, because sometimes you are gonna have to find a fix. You know what I'm saying?
And like a lot of that too is that's why PC gamers say, like, never buy day one, because it'll just be shit that you're like, if you're like, I don't want to deal with this, I'm just gonna wait. You're not gonna get my fucking money, Yeah. And then they're just gonna say, like, I'm gonna look and see what it looks like, what the discussions are. Then I'll see if I'll buy it or not. If people like you don't even have to look at the discussions. You just go to the reviews on Steam where it says, if it says fucking mixed or poor, skip that fucking game, because somebody's pissed off about that fucking thing in some way.
Yeah.
And it's not gonna be worth your time.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's a few issues, but overall, like, I'm just trying to say, if you're a patient kind of person, then it's not a problem. But if you're one of those impatient kind of people, then stuff like this is gonna just cheese you, bro. It's just gonna cheese you.
Yeah,
we've seen it happen time and time. Look at people who buy a graphics card, something don't work. Fuck this, sell their graphics card, jump back to cons. You know what I'm saying? We've seen this time and time with different kind of people. We know you gotta have a certain kind of personality to kind of deal with this shit, because there is a little issues with PC gaming, and you gotta have a little bit of patience with it.
Sometimes. I will say that the majority of the time, the large majority of the time, I'd say on my personal experience, 95% of the time, games run flawlessly. I click the icon, it runs. There is a small subset of games that are either obscure, older, not really set up properly or not coded properly, or there may be some really weird things that happen, or I'll have to look for a fix and then fix it later. But that's a very small minority compared to, like, the large majority of games that you have on Steam that actually work.
How's crashing for you? Let's talk about crashing. How's this game's crashing for you, though?
What game crashing? I'm
just saying, like, how frequent is it for you? Like, how frequent?
It's very rare. It's very rare. Yeah, it's very rare.
Certain games, it happens a lot. I remember I was trying to replay Resident Evil 5 on PC. It kept on crashing, so I just uninstalled the game and I just didn't play it anymore. Crashing doesn't happen to me all the time. I'm definitely not blowing it out of proportions. Most games I've been installing recently and playing, they run absolutely great. But there's a few games that, like I said, Final Fantasy 13 crashes for me a whole lot. I wanted to replay that game on PC. It just couldn't happen. It crashed too frequently, so I just stopped.
I think we'll fix it. So.
What's it called? Another game. What did I just mention? Fuck. I just mentioned the game. That game, Resident Evil 5. Yeah, that game all crashes for me too. Another game.
So there was a game. It was Final Fantasy 13 was one of them. The other one was the 2.5D Batman game. That was a PSP game.
Okay. Blackgate, I believe it's
Blackgate. So I bought that on PC. I booted it up. Nothing worked. Game didn't work. Nothing happened. I went to the discussion forum to figure out what was going on. Nobody knew what was going on. It was just fucking horrible. I was like, I'm not dealing with this. I just returned it. I was like, but like, that's a game.
Sometimes that happens. But
sometimes it happens.
Look, that's a game that you wanted to play, and sometimes it don't work for you, and it's just some bullshit.
Yeah.
I can't play GTA 3, by the way, Alex. I'm on Windows 10. I can't play GTA 3. Like, that game just doesn't work properly. I don't know what I got to do to get that working. Vice City also don't work. GTA 4 don't work for me as well.
So what are you doing on your computer where nothing works, man? Are you going on websites again?
No.
What websites are you going on, man?
Don't make it seem like I'm trying to say nothing works on my PC, bro. Look,
listen. Look, what you do at your personal time is your personal time. Okay, cool.
A lot of things work. Most of the things work, but there's instances that I buy shit that don't work. Straight up. Most of the things work. I want to make that clear. Like, most things work when I be playing them. Yeah.
I mean, the thing is that it will happen. But, I think now more than ever, consoles are getting so similar to PCs that I think it's going to happen more there too. I really do, especially now and in the future.
So what else are some other negatives? Want to talk about communities and for these multiplayer games, because I've noticed sometimes, like, the PC communities for certain kind of multiplayers die much quicker than consoles. I think it's just a fact at this point.
So Call of Duty is what you mean?
Not just Call of Duty. There's
that game no one likes on
PC. Yeah. Like Gears of War is another one. Like, yo,
it's not on Steam.
Fucking dead. You know what I'm saying? On PC, there's like, I've noticed that. Like, I'm not saying with all games. Obviously, there's games that remain popular for super long. Look at Team Fortress, obviously,
Counter-Strike
and stuff like that. But there's some games, multiplayer games that you notice like a drop in user base when they drop.
That drop usually happens for a couple of reasons. Most notably, it's the controls of the game or how the game plays with mouse and keyboard. That's going to be the first thing that people look at. So you're going to look at things like whether or not a game has mouse acceleration or reverse mouse acceleration, right? Whether some PC games, like Lawbreakers, for example, they have a beta this next week. Their mouse control is raw input. So whatever you do on the mouse, it's fine. Some other games like Far Cry Blood Dragon have what's called reverse mouse acceleration, where the faster you move the mouse, the slower you'll actually move because they designed that game for a controller. So games that are built around a controller and not modified for mouse and keyboard will play horrible on mouse and keyboard. And when you play an FPS game, I'm going to get the chat really angry right now. I don't care what FPS game you play, a mouse and keyboard will always 100% of the time be better than a controller. You will get smoked by someone with a mouse and keyboard.
We all know
100% of the time, every time, if you have a controller.
We all know
like it's just facts. So what happens is when people are playing an FPS and they want to play with mouse and keyboard, and you say no, it's going to run like shit. Use a controller. They're going to go, no, fuck you. I'm just not going to play your game. Plus, games like Call of Duty have they don't have dedicated servers for PC. They're using matchmaking. People don't like that either. Whether you can make your own private servers.
You feel like all of these are a combination why sometimes user base drop with these multiplayer games.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, like when you have a game like Counter-Strike Go that's 15 years old or more, and that's the number 2 played game on Steam. There's a reason that's the number 2 played game on Steam because it has the controls, it has the movement, it has everything down to a T. It's why, games like Call of Duty don't really fare well and they don't get as many copies sold on PC because there's so many other things that a PC gamer has to deal with that type of game. Now, if you love Call of Duty, that's a console game through and through. That is built for consoles. That's going to be a console game. You can play it on your PC, but you better have a controller or like an Xbox controller to put it in there because that's the only way you're going to really enjoy that. Modern Warfare would be the only exception, I would think, that is a good PC port of a Call of Duty game. But besides from that, the biggest games you're going to see for FPS are going to be like things like Battlefield, things like Quake, things like TF2, things like CSGO. So like if I go to like stats right now on Steam, so it's Dota 2, Counter-Strike Go, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, Payday 2, Team Fortress. Those are the top 5. Yep. You've got Ark Survival, Grand Theft Auto 5, Rocket League, Garry's Mod, H1Z1. You get weird shit too, like Football Manager 2017. I don't fucking know.
Football Manager.
Yeah. People like to like spreadsheets. Fucking, I don't fucking know. But then it goes to like other weird stuff too. So when a Call of Duty comes out and it doesn't break CS:GO, it's for a reason. Yeah. Controls suck, and I think that's one of the biggest things too is that people look for that, especially on PC. Yeah. So if you don't have like dedicated servers, you don't have good mouse and keyboard support, you're not going to make it very far.
Yeah. All right, so let's go over the negatives that we said. You're gonna have to troubleshoot. It is what it is. I don't care what these people in the chat say. Try to say I'm gassing it. You're gonna have to troubleshoot once in a while. You're definitely gonna have to troubleshoot when dealing with PC gaming. So what else, Alex? What else?
DRM was another one.
DRM.
Yeah. So it was
certain games don't have a long.
I will say that there are bad ports that come to PC. So I'll throw in bad ports too, like Arkham Knight. We all knew Arkham Knight was shit.
Ports, yeah.
It happens, right? We get bad ports. Sometimes you got to deal with it. Sometimes it'll be like everybody like it's a terrible port, and then you run it and it's fucking fine. Yeah, other times everybody's like this game's great and it runs like shit.
Yeah, so deal with bad console ports and stuff like that. Sometimes we got to deal with that.
Yeah. So there's always like a thing or two. So like with PC gaming, it's all about like knowing what you're gonna like, knowing what you want to play, knowing what kind of games you like, and saying, okay, do I want a PC because I want frames per second and graphics, or do I want a PC because there are games there that I've never played, that I've never heard of, that people are talking about, that I'm missing out on, right? And then do I also get a bonus of, if I spend a little money, can I get FPS? Can I get resolution? Can I get like this good stuff that everybody keeps talking about too? So I think that once you take an educated leap into PC gaming, there's a website I want everybody to go to. It's called logicalincrements.com. I think I'll post it in the chat. So there is a website there where it'll actually tell you the price and the quality of all the parts, and it'll price every part out for you. So if you're like, I don't want to get an Xbox One X because the PC is going to have all the games, there's no reason for me to get one. I might as well get a PC too. I have a PS4. There are builds there that are between $500 and $600 that are rated as good or excellent, that will play games at 60 FPS at 1080, some games at 4K 30, some games at other, 4K 60 if you adjust for like settings and things like that.
You know how I see it? Like, it all depends really on your display, because that's like really like your partner.
Exactly.
In this
it depends on your display.
You don't need to go buy like a crazy graphics card if you're planning on playing 1080p. It doesn't make no sense. You should buy something lower. You have to buy in according to your display. That's how I see it. You buy according to your display.
I think you're totally correct.
If you got a 4K screen that you want to game on, then you're going to need something more beefier to take advantage of that screen. If you got a 1080p and you're planning on gaming on 1080p for a while, you don't need to go for like a 1080. You don't really need to go for kind of hard.
That's how I perfect see it when I look at it. Because what you're looking at is, if you're somebody who's like, I just got a monitor, it's 1080 60, you don't need a 1070. You can get a 1060 6 gigabyte and be perfectly fine for the next 4 years. Like you and I have 144 hertz monitors. We're gonna need a little beefier card, because you're gonna take advantage of that resolution. I don't have a 4K TV, nor do I have a 4K monitor, because I think 4K is too fucking expensive, Kofi. It's too fucking expensive, Kofi. Kofi, stop buying 4K TVs, Kofi.
Dog, bro. I only have one. I bought one. I'm chilling on mine. I'm not someone who buys a TV every 5 seconds or everything. I got my 4K TV, my KS8000. I'm content with what I got. I'm rocking that shit for like 5-6 years, bro. I'm good.
Oh, easy. Maybe more. Because the thing is, like, once you get to that level, it's, you're like, okay, if I'm going to spend the money on a 4K TV or a 4K monitor, then you got the fucking money to spend on like a 1080 Ti or a 1080. Like that's just a fact. You're just prioritizing one over the other. Because they're both excessive products. Let's be real. A good 4K TV like a KS8000 is not cheap, especially one that you need to have that has to be big enough. So if you're buying a 4K TV that's 40 inches, you're wasting your money.
Yeah.
Like, if it's not 65, then why even buying a 4K?
Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, so I say if you're shopping for PC parts, definitely look at your display, because that's really important. What you're seeing, it's really important, And
anybody in the chat that has a question can always add me on Steam, or you can add me on Twitter, and I'll help you out. If you want to get into it, so let me know.
Okay, so Alex, we're gonna ask this last question before we get off this, and maybe, answer some questions from the chat. Okay, Alex, I'm a console gamer.
Yeah.
Right. Is PC great? What is PC right for me? Like, how would you answer that question? Like, is PC gaming right for me? What would you say? Oh, what's the requirements to see if it's right for me?
What do you want out of gaming?
What do I want? I want good performing games. I want good performing games. Yeah.
Okay. So when you say that, do you want
better than consoles? I'm looking.
You want better than console?
Yeah.
Okay, so you want? I'm guessing 60 FPS.
Yeah.
Okay. What resolution do you want?
Let's say I got a 1080p screen.
Okay. So then I'm going to say, how much do you want to spend?
How much do I want to spend? That's the next question. I'm looking to spend under $1,000.
Oh, bro. You could probably take that and move it to like $700 or $600. Like, you can put 400 in your pocket, like right there. Like, and you'll be good. You'll be good.
What else the question is going to ask to see if PC gaming is right for me? What else questions would you ask?
I think those are the top 3 for me, because there's going to be so many games. Like, I think those are the top 3 that you have to look at, because once you figure out like what you want out of it, like, so what do you like? Because people go to consoles and they go to PC because they see frame rate, and they go, I'm gonna spend $2,000 fucking dollars on this thing, and then they're gonna buy shit that they don't need. So that's why my second question is like, what's your budget?
Yeah.
Because okay, you want all this stuff, but if you give me a budget of $400, I'm going to tell you maybe you might get it, maybe you won't, but we can hit that budget. If you want to spend a little more, we can get that there too, sure. But if you tell me your budget's $1,000, I'm going to say we'll take $350 or $400. We'll put it back in your pocket, and you can keep that, and you can get a good 1080p 60 PC easily.
See, the questions are now. I'm going to say the questions that I would ask a person if they ask me this question: are you a patient person? That's number one. You know, are you the type of gamer that's plug and play? You know, that's a main question I would ask.
Yeah.
I would ask that. Oh, yo, all right. We're gonna answer your questions just now. Sure. Yeah, like I'll say, are you a patient kind of person? That's definitely number one. What do you performance? Like, what are you looking to get? You know, performance.
Right.
Obviously, like, and that's probably my main questions, and price, and that's what would be it. I feel like if you're patient enough to deal with PC gaming and to learn about it, because it's definitely a learning experience.
It is.
It was a great learning experience as well. Then I think you'll be absolutely fine.
I think a lot of people
are willing to learn it, and willing to look for things if problems happen. Don't just throw a fit like some people throw a fit. They're willing to actually look. All right,
I think what happens is when you start building a PC and you start like understanding what is going on, you realize that you're smarter than you think you are.
Yeah, it's pretty damn.
Right. I think everybody in the chat, especially our viewers, I think they are smarter than they think they are. And the one thing I want to tell them is, you can do it. Trust me. If I can do it, anybody can do it, because I'm dumb as fuck. Right. So you can do it if I can do it. I'm not very bright.
All right, so let's answer some questions before we hop off this. And we got another press start mate in the chat. Shout out to Erica. What's up?
Hi, Erica. Quick. So the Melon Daddy, that's a really good name. Building a PC versus a pre-built PC.
Build it
yourself.
You get it cheaper.
Not only that, but you know exactly what's going in. Yeah, you know exactly what's going into the PC, and you don't have to worry about anything else. If things fuck up, if things break, you can always send them back and get another one. It's okay. That shit happens all the time. They're very understanding about that stuff, especially like Newegg. They're really good about that. Yeah. So build it yourself. There's like a billion YouTube videos on how to do it with the exact part that you bought.
Cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool putting it together too.
And they'll show you step by step, and you just follow the video, and you can do it. It really is that simple.
Bro, the biggest pro to it is you save money, bro. You save way more money just building your damn self. That's probably the biggest pro to building your own building a PC than buying a pre-built PC. Is you save a whole bunch of money straight up. So
Azrael Mills. So I think somebody said Nick Master 511. Why are PCs so good? Because I can play any game I want.
That's up Uncharted 4, bro.
Bro, you know how I feel about Uncharted. We can do a whole video. We can do a whole hour conversation about that game. That game is a movie. It's not a video game.
Oh, please don't start. Any questions? I think I've seen another question somewhere.
How long did it take you to become an elitist? I've always been the elite. Too sweet.
Elitist. You know, I need to say glorious a lot more to catch up to Kev. I'm probably the most.
You say glorious nonstop, Erica.
Low key, I'm the humblest PC gamer out here. Like, PC mans will be, always.
Hold on. Shout out to Fratanga in the actual chat too. What's up, brother? See you.
They always throw shit in your face. I'm probably like the most humblest PC gamer with a killer PC, by the way. I don't really talk too much shit. But PC niggas be always on their master race shit. I'm better than you type shit, bro. I ain't even on that.
So let me say one quick. So David Wolf Prime, I am the elite. I'm part of the Bullet Club, baby. It's too sweet.
All right, yo. What else? I know we got more questions. I know you guys definitely got some questions before we leave. And hit the like button, man. We got 84 people watching. You guys can hit the like button for our brother, man. We just trying to, give you guys some information, give you guys our experiences with PC.
So Malcolm Clotter says, what do you recommend for a 1080p guy on a budget? I recommend a GTX 1060 6 gigabyte, and you can probably get it.
Good clarity, yeah.
It's a great workhorse. Also, the RX 580, the RX 480, either one of those is fine too. Go to logicalincrements.com, and you can get a case and a CPU for about maybe the whole thing together, 600.
Yeah. For 1080p, definitely a 1060 is a great card for if you're gaming at 1080p.
Yeah.
It'd be good.
Yeah, and 1080p 60, 1060. If you want to do 1080p 144, then a 1070.
If you want to do higher frame rate, definitely go for the 1070, and you probably could max out everything, put your anti-alias into something stupid, and you'd be pretty comfortable with a 1070. That's if you balling a little bit and you want to get something a little bit higher to future-proof yourself. The 1070 is also a great card.
So everybody's mad about my Uncharted comment. That's okay.
Yo, Alex hates Uncharted. Something's wrong with this guy.
Okay, look, I don't hate it. No, listen. Okay, real quick about Uncharted. I don't hate Uncharted. I feel that Uncharted is a game that should have been a movie instead. That's just how I feel about that game.
Nah, fam. It's great. It's great. Webb, what are some good pre-builds? Anything that's not Alienware? You overpaying for Alienware.
Yeah. Melon Daddy is asking, plus the monitor and keyboard and mouse? No. If you don't have a monitor, then just use your TV, because you can. Yeah. Use your TV. Keyboard and mouse, you can find those pretty cheap. You don't need to have what I have. Like, you don't need a Corsair K70 10 keyless that's mechanical red cherries for $65, and you don't need a Razer Death Adder or a Zoe mouse to be pro.
I was using some shit ass wireless keyboard for the longest before I got a Razer, the Chroma, the RGB one, the one that you can switch out all the colors and shit. Like I was using like a regular like keyboard, like some cheap ass keyboard first. You don't really need to buy a fancy keyboard.
You don't. You can get just like a Microsoft like regular fucking keyboard and a regular fucking mouse and be fine. And then if you're like, I want to get really serious into like CS:GO or Dota or shit like that, then you can start upgrading stuff there too. But you're fine. In the meantime,
definitely playing on TV.
Just use your TV,
man. Yo, playing on TV is fine. Look, my PC right now is hooked up to my TV. I've been playing it like this for months now. I'm having a great time.
Or you can get a Steam controller.
Oh, don't get a Steam controller. Don't listen to this guy, bro.
They're great. I keep telling you, they're good.
Don't get a Steam controller, man. That shit look boo-boo, bro. What else? You guys got any questions before we hop off this?
Kofi with the King PC Dick Eater. Shout out to Solid Rev in the chat.
Yo, we got Rev in the building. Yo, Rev. We're just talking about PC gaming. Is it right for the people? So, Rev, man, in a couple of words, Rev, what do you think about PC gaming, Solid Rev, man? What do you think about PC gaming? He's going to use his famous line, bro. Trash.
He's going to go bullshit.
I know Rev is hyped for the Xbox One X. Look, someone like Solid Rev, like, I feel like a console is better for him. But he loves
frame rates. Y'all don't understand. Inside, Solid Rev is a PC elitist waiting to come out.
If a console could deliver that experience to him, then he would be so fucking happy. I just know like the type of person he is, like he's a plug and play person. He's a plug and play person, but he wants PC performance. You know what I'm saying?
So the Melon Daddy is like nonstop in this chat. What percentage of games would you say allow for an Xbox controller?
Everything. Well, I don't think I've played a game that doesn't.
You can use any controller. You can use a PS4 controller. You can use a PS3 controller. You can use a Switch Pro controller. You can use a Wii U Pro controller.
For PC and Steam, it seems like Xbox is like the universal controller for just PC gaming in general. Doesn't it seem like all the button prompts are Xbox? You know what I'm saying? Xbox button prompts and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd pay $5,000 for a console like a PC setup. Yo, he wants that console convenience, but with that PC shit. See, look, a lot of people were saying in the chat earlier when I was saying listen to negatives about PC gaming. Ask this nigga Solid Rev right here. He will tell you all the problems that he has.
Hold on, let's be real. Let's be real with Solid Rev. Let's put out some facts. He has a PC that he bought pre-built. Although it's not a bad PC, that PC has some, like, you and I will know this, Kofi, because we're from the islands. That PC's got some brujeria or some fucking bad juju on it, right? We need to get our grandmother, your Jamaican grandmother, my Cuban grandmother, to go to his house and do like some santeria stuff on that PC, because that PC is full of demons.
Yeah, Rev is always having some problems, bro. Like, Rev is always having some problems with his PC, bro. Ask Rev. For you PC elitists, go talk to Solid Rev. He will tell you all his issues that he has with PC, bro. Because he is always having some problems with his shit, bro. Straight up.
That guy has the worst luck. So Rev is an extreme case.
He's an extreme. No, but it happens. People act like it don't happen. Like you hear.
Look, I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm saying that
it happens, bro.
Yeah, it happens, but it happens. No, but listen, it happens to Rev way more than anyone else I've ever met. Rev, I love the guy. He's an extreme case.
Oh, shit, I'll lead us.
Some guy asks, "Is Alex Hispanic?" I'm actually Cuban.
Yeah.
So there you go.
You guys got any questions? Wait. Yeah, Rev, man. We definitely gotta do this again. We definitely gotta get Rev up in here and we've talked to him about his PC experience. I would love to get him.
But listen,
he'll break it down. All the shit that he'll break it down.
Give credit where credit is due. Rev, I walked him through putting in his new power supply. The guy knows his stuff. The guy knows how to fucking do it. He can do it, right? He knows his shit. He knows his CPUs. He knows his GPUs. He knows all that shit. He even started taking apart laptops. Yeah. The guy knows his stuff. He just prefers consoles. Hey, that's okay. But
you know what, Eric, I'm looking pretty ripped. I'm looking pretty ripped. I know your hubby. Yo, I bet you about like 250 easy.
Shut the fuck up. You bet 250, Kofi. 250 grams is what you bench. Get the fuck out of
250 O Henrys. That's what I fucking. 250 O Henrys. I'll be eating them chocolate bars like.
So that. Erica, you sure your hubby didn't want to know how much I bench instead?
Oh boy, look at Alex. About to show off his muscles right here. He's about to take off his shirt and shit. Look at this nigga, dog. Oh boy, no one trying to see that, bro. Yo, shout out to y'all in the chat though, man.
Kofi mentioned the
bar. Yo, Rev, the bar heavy, bro. Yo,
the bar is 45 pounds.
You know, Rev, I guarantee you will not beat me in a foot race.
All right,
Alex,
so
I
Erica
guarantee
wants to
you
know.
won't beat me in a foot race, bro. Anyone,
right.
Yo, I challenge anyone to a foot race, bro. Y'all not faster than me, bro.
All right, so Erica's husband wants to know my sets. So, Erica, these are all 5x5. So we're gonna go. Deadlift is 285, squat is 245, bench press is 235 by 5.
All that muscles and you can't even scratch your damn back. Get out.
I can't even scratch my ass, man.
That's why man try to get big. Like, how you be big and bulky, you can't even scratch your own back, bro? What kind of bullshit?
No, man, because
that,
you don't. Look, it doesn't matter if I can fit through a door. I'm not big enough.
y'all mans are funny, bro.
Alex is about to oil up. Hell yeah! I'm too pale though. I gotta get a tan.
Kofi quick like a bull. They don't want these bigger mans don't want to see me in a foot race. They might be strong, but they can't catch a nigga, bro. I'll blaze them, man, bro.
Tell you what, I gotta run.
Chris says Switch plus PC. Yeah, that's a beautiful combination, man. That's a beautiful combination.
So people are saying the logical link, the 1070 is listed for 400, but Amazon is selling for 700. Try Newegg. Newegg would usually have a really good price. Amazon can get it price gouged because the 1070 is being price gouged right now because of Bitcoin miners. So I'd wait a little bit for the 1070 if you're going to do that. I'd probably go for the 1060, but I'd try Newegg or I'd try like some other PC part places. I got my 1070 at Best Buy for $350. It wasn't price gouged there, so try there.
Yeah. All right, yo, we got all right. Last chance. Do you guys?
Oh, for Tonga, you're just getting in my pants, man. He said how hot I am. I need water cooling. Woo!
Yo, chill.
Boy,
chill.
It's trying to get at me, Erica. You better get your husband in here and fight for me now.
Chill. We ain't rolling like that. Pause. All right, yo. So last chance for questions, guys, for me and Alex. You guys, Alex, while we're waiting for questions, why don't we tell the people what we rocking with? What's your PC looking like? So
I have an i7 2600K. It's a 6-year-old CPU. It's 3.8 gigahertz. I'm going to overclock it to 4.2.
Peasants.
I use a Noctua cooler because I love those things. They're really great, but they're hideously ugly. I have a GTX Founders Edition 1070, and I have a BenQ 144 hertz monitor with a 1 millisecond display time for latency because I just want those frames. And I get about, on average for Doom, I get about maybe 150, 160 FPS. On Witcher 3 with Ultra, with hair effects on the max, I get about 60 FPS. With hair effects off, I get about 90 FPS. So that's about what I'm running with right now.
All right, so we got a question before I go next. Real D says, what a good mid-range card. He's upgrading from a 970.
I need to do one thing real quick. Somebody said, Alex, please shout glorious for me. Because there's only one thing that is more glorious than PC gaming.
Okay, yo, Kev.
Glorious!
Yo, Kev, I might have to call you out, Kev, man. How can you call G-Sync overrated, but you a Master Race man, bro? How can you call G-Sync overrated? G-Sync is absolutely amazing, bro. When
I actually call
had
G-Sync
14,
overrated.
Alex, you better chill. How's it overrated? 'Cause y'all niggas are so cheap. Y'all don't want to buy the fly shit. G-Sync is blessed, people. Don't let
So
you can
G-Sync
afford
is
it.
nice.
If y'all
when you
can
start
afford
dipping
it,
in
if you can afford a G-Sync monitor, cop a G-Sync monitor. Y'all tripping, bro. Y'all tripping.
So
dog. G-Sync is
I
blessed.
mean, G-Sync is nice, but for me, the less hardware processing anything has to do, the better. So even though I'll get a slight dip in frames here and there with certain games, I can deal with that better than having something try to figure out what is going on, especially because I do play CSGO quite a bit. And I would rather
When you
have.
turn off VSync, bro. When you turn off VSync, don't you
I
see
do turn off VSync.
how much performance boost, but you don't get screen tearing?
So I don't care about screen tearing. I care about more frames.
Oh god. Oh god. You're one of those man.
Screen
bro.
tearing doesn't bother me.
Screen tearing.
I want every single frame that I get.
Look at these guys. These guys call themselves the PC elitists, but these condoning screen tearing. Ew, bro. Get out of here,
What are you
bro.
talking about? No, if I'm playing CSGO, I'm turning VSync off because I'm playing a first-person shooter with a mouse and keyboard, not like a plebeian with a fucking controller.
Look, when you turn off VSync and you look at the performance jump that you have, imagine keeping that. That's what a G-Sync monitor, when you have a G-Sync monitor
anything doing extra hardware processing, especially on the monitor side, to me is kind of shady. So I need to see it firsthand.
Have you used a G-Sync monitor before?
I have not.
Oh, you need to use one. You won't be talking so much shit if you use one, bro.
So we'll see. But I'd rather have a higher refresh rate.
But they're expensive as shit. That's why I can see why you and Kev don't fuck with it. Because y'all
that's too much money.
Y'all budget PC gamers. You know,
I'm the
gold chain PC gamer, so I have all the fly shit, bro. So a G-Sync
Erica,
monitor,
get your shit out of here with that controller. I don't want to see that shit.
Instead of capping this shit, bro, like honestly, like games run so much, like everything feels so much smoother, man, with a G-Sync, bro. Y'all tripping, bro. Yeah.
I think when in the chat, base video said at 144 frames, it's very the dips aren't as drastic compared to like 60 to 30 or 60 to 40. So I'm running at over 100. So for me, I don't see a need for it.
Hey, Kev has a G-Sync monitor. Yo, Kev stepped up, bro. I'm proud of you, Kev, bro. You becoming a gold chain a little bit. I see you got a 1080, so you balling. I know you're rock with the 970 for a while, so you balling now. And you got a G-Sync monitor. Yo, you balling now, Kev, bro. Get ready. Get ready. All right, so the PC that I'm rocking with before we head out here, I got an Intel i7 5820K. That's my CPU. I got 32 gigs of RAM now. I got 32 gigs of DDR4 RAM.
What are you doing? How much? You know, like, what do you do? How many porno compilation clips are you rendering at one time?
Bro,
like, what
I
are
have
you doing?
2 more slots. My goal is to fill all my slots.
For what?
Pause. I'm good. My goal is to fill all my slots. Pause. I'm probably gonna end up with 64. I'm probably gonna end up with 64 gigs of RAM when I'm done.
It's insane.
I got a 1080 Ti. What else? I got only SSD. I have no spinning hard drives in this shit.
Oh my god.
Only SSDs in my PC. I don't play that. What else?
You're nuts.
I got a water cooling. I got the Hydro? Is it the Hydro 100i or some shit like that? I got a water cooling in my shit. My case is a Corsair 760T. I think that's what it is. It's a 760T. And my power supply is a 1000 P. I went overboard, guys. I went overboard.
You're a little bored. Hey, Marcus, come over here. Let's flex together if you think I'm skinny.
I went overboard. Gold chain, gamer, confirmed. I don't give a shit. But my PC is blessed. I'm running games on my 4K TV. I'm hitting 4K 60 max settings most of the times. A few games, kill me. Mafia 3. I cannot play that 4K 60.
32 gigs of RAM. You can't play Mafia 3.
No, I can't play it. I can't play it maxed out.
All right.
When I'm talking about maxed out 4K native 60 frames per second. I get dips there. Another game that gives my PC trouble is Rise of the Tomb Raider. That game I cannot play maxed out 4K 60. I have to actually turn down settings for that game. Besides that, Mass Effect Andromeda was another game that I can't play maxed out 4K 60. Besides that, I've been pretty much killing everything 4K 60 maxed out, killing everything.
Yo, Erica is like the best troll of all time. I can't deal with her. She's so fucking good at trolling.
Kofi, ditch that PC and get an Xbox One X for true 4K. I'm gonna really do that. I'm gonna really do that. Like, who needs this PC when the Xbox One X is coming out, Erica?
Boy, you better stop.
Yo, People saying I'm using my PC for you know, a lot of porn.
Isn't everybody?
Porn is great, guys.
Everybody is. Let's be real. Everybody is.
Anyways, guys, man, yo, me and Alex gonna hop off this. Yo, we've been here for too long talking some shit. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Press Start One-on-One. Hopefully we back with another one with another guest. Maybe we'll have Jack, Erica, J Main doing something else with another topic. Hopefully this video, you know, informed you guys a little bit about our PC experiences, and, you know, take it into consideration when if you're thinking about jumping over to PC. I was just completely honest with everything I said, you know, with my experience. I know Alex was too. So, you know, take it into consideration if you're thinking about getting the PC gaming. You also can hit us up, you know, in our Twitter DMs about anything we hear. We answering questions. We good. So anyways, guys, we out of here, man. And thank you guys for watching. And please hit the like button before you guys leave. Really
if anybody wants like to talk about PC Shop or talk about anything like that, or even just ask me questions about either PC or like trying to get fit or whatever the fuck you want to ask me about, hit me up on Twitter. Oh no, it's Alex with 2 X's. Put a little too sweet in there, because if you're part of the Bullet Club, that's what I'm talking about. And just ask me questions, and I'll be more than happy to give any tips or tricks that I have. And if I don't know the answer, I'll find the answer. I'll find somebody that has the answer. So give me a little too sweet in the chat. That's what I want to say.
All right, guys, take it easy. You guys know where to find us on Twitter, man. Follow Alex too as well. Take it easy.
Thanks so much.